Everybody, it's Mrs. Mustin here. As you know, I am helping our district by piloting a new report card for third and fourth card marking. And so I just wanted to take you through a little tutorial of what you will expect to see and kind of the differences in the two cards. I will be asking everybody after you receive both report cards to go ahead and take a little survey for me so we can get your feedback. Now this is just a generic one. You can see it says Nowlin. It's just a regular printed out one. This is the regular report card that you're used to seeing. Again, just a sample, so don't worry about it. That says Nowlin, no big deal. Everybody gets the same. But I'm going to focus in on this section right here because it's a part of the pilot. You're only going to see that we're going to do the ELA and the math. You won't see anything for social studies or science or any of the specials as it relates to the pilot report card. Okay, on this report card right here, you will see that the legend here is from a 1 to a 4. Okay, so 1 being kind of the highest of the marks your child can get and 4 being an area of concern. And you can see it's kind of percented out there as far as like the ranges for those marks go. Here under ELA, you will see that we have these sections. We have foundational skills, informational text, a literature section, speaking and listening, a writing and a spelling section. Under the math, we have just also these kind of big headings here for the major domains that we report out on. Every card marking, your child gets a score from 1 to 4 if that is being graded for that card marking. If it's not being assessed in that card marking, it generally is left blank. All right, now, if I go ahead and switch to, this is a draft of the pilot report card, which you will be receiving after break. You'll get both of these after break, actually. And you will see, again, just the reading and the math that's going to be on, that's going to be reflected. We are switching the legend. So the legend is going to flip-flop. So whereas a 1 used to be high, the 4 is now the highest mark. And 4 doesn't mean a percentage. It means that they are consistently exceeding, so doing more than the end of the year expectations. So we have things that we look at that we work on from August until June. And if your child is consistently working above that, you're probably going to see a 4 in there. If they are meeting the end of year expectations, you're going to see a 3. If they're progressing towards those end of the year expectations, which many kids are at a lot of points in the year, you're going to see a 2 there. And a 1 means that they need lots of extra support and assistance in order to meet the end of the year expectations. A blank box means it is not being evaluated at that time. It's possible you also might see an NA, which means it's not assessed at that time, but maybe we have worked on it. You'll also notice here under the foundational skills, where we used to have just saying foundational skills, you will now see these 4 different essential standards, which are being graded under foundational skills. And your child will receive marks next year in all 4 card markings. But for the most part, if it was something that I would have assessed in the fall months, you're going to see that being kind of blank over here. If it's something that's ongoing or that I've assessed third card marking, you will notice a 1 to 4 here. Again, remember that the scale is swapped. So it is now 4 being exceeding the benchmark. It is not going to be uncommon at all for you to see plenty of 2s on your child's report card, so don't fret. Same thing for informational text and literature. You're also seeing now that it is some additional information is being provided for you rather than me just grading literature as a whole. You will see these 4 essential standards. These are the standards that we as a district have decided are critical for your child's success in this grade and grades beyond, and that's why they're being reported out to you on a more individual basis. It's much harder, I think personally, to get a picture of what your child knows and doesn't know if I just say literature. Now you can see, okay, under these 4 standards, you might have a variety of scores here rather than just 1 overall. For writing here, we have writing opinion, writing informational, and writing narratives. None of this is good. This is reflected in the content portion only, not necessarily in your child's ability to space or use punctuation or things like that. So that's just the content. Okay. Going on to the second page here, you will see a speaking and listening score. Here's word study and vocabulary. And one thing you will notice here is that spelling is no longer being reported out on the report card. So I hope to get some feedback on you on that. Also, you'll notice that there is no spot on here for that language standard, which would cover things like punctuation, spacing, the appearance of your child's writing, their ability to use sight words and appropriate vowel and consonant combinations as it comes to writing. So that might be something you would be interested in seeing, or maybe not. Again, hoping to get some feedback on there. In the math section, very similar to the ELA, you're going to see categories broken down rather than just like one holistic score here. And then you will probably also notice that geometry in first grade is not considered one of our essential standards, although we will be teaching it and your children will be learning about it. It's not going to be one that is reported out on the report card. Again, if that's something you would like to see reported out, I would like to get your feedback on that when I send a survey. So as far as questions you might have, let's not do any questions until after you get your child's report cards. You're going to get both the report cards. I have the typical report card, the regular one that we have now will be the one that goes in your child's permanent record, not the pilot one because we're not officially using that yet. If you have questions related to this, I would like for you to address them with me. I will be here at 4 o'clock on the first day after break. I believe that is the 2nd. It might be the 1st of April. I'm so sorry. I don't know the date off the top of my head. But I will be here from like 4 to 5, kind of like an open house style if you have specific questions about the cards itself, okay? Not necessarily related to those grades, but of course if you have a grades question, I'll take that too. And there are still spots for you to sign up for a conference if you want to discuss the difference in the two formats. And be able to provide some feedback. So I look forward to seeing you if you want to pop by right after school and get some more information. I'm happy to help you, and I will send out the parent-teacher conference link again for you as well. Take care and have a wonderful break.